Hi there and welcome back. This is Tue from RTG Group. Today I'm going to explain you what are samples and how to make them. Once you've found a good factory to produce your products, the first thing you need to do is get a sample. Because you need to make sure that they understand your design and that they're able to do your design and your products just the way you want them, so you can do a nice production. And that's what a sample will help you do. So the sample is actually a product that is made before production. It's a product that it can be just one unit that shows this product will look like this. So when production starts, they know exactly how the product will look. Also, this sample is the tool you have when you go out and sell your brand. So imagine you go to a factory, you get samples, you take these samples and go to different shops and show them your product. They might place an order, and this order you can place at the factory and they will do your production. So this sample is actually your tool to show everyone what it is you're doing. What does your brand look like before you actually order the products? There are different types of samples, and before I explain what these are about, let me just explain to you a bit about samples in general. A good advice is that you do as few samples as possible. For example, if you are just one guy going out selling your product, maybe just ask for one of each, because samples cost a lot of money to develop, and that's both for you and for the factory. And the factory don't like to do lots of samples. They know they have to do samples because without samples they will not get any production orders. But they would prefer to do as little samples as possible and get as many orders as possible, of course. So try and minimize the amount of samples that you need. Also, if you have a collection, try and figure out, are you going to sell this t-shirt in 6 different colors or maybe only in 2 colors? And then only ask for the 2 colors that you will sell. So try and minimize your collection, save some money, and also make everything run smoother for everyone. The factory might ask you to pay for your samples. They might ask you to pay twice the production price. So keep the amount of samples down to save costs. Another important thing is that factories like to see samples turn into orders. They like to see that the samples you make will actually give them an order in the future. So the more samples you make that don't go into production, the bigger the chance that the factory will get tired of you. And you really don't want a good factory to be annoyed with you and don't want to do your samples and work with you. When you start doing your samples, you need to make sure you send a nice design description, a tech pack to the factory. Once they get this, they will start the sampling procedure. The first thing they will do is that they will open labels, start developing your labels, your hang tags, and send those to you. They might do print tests. They might do different kinds of things. They will send you these and you need to make sure to approve them or comment them so you can get them perfect. At the same time, they will develop a fit. That's what I would call the first sample, a proto sample. The proto sample might be in a gray fabric or another kind of fabric than the color you asked for. It's just a sample to make sure that the fit of your sample, the way they constructed the sample, is perfect. So once you get it, you need to comment the fit of the product. Wear it, maybe wash it, make sure that the proto sample fits you perfectly. So that's the first sample. Once you approved your proto sample and you approved all the other things like labels and hang tags, buttons, everything, they will combine everything into one sample that we call the Salesman Sample. This sample is the one that a salesman or yourself will take to a shop or to a trade show and show the rest of the world what your product looks like. This sample is very important, that it's very nice, that it looks perfect, that it's the right color, the right fabric, label positions are correct. Everything needs to look nice because this is what you will use to sell your product. Once you've received your salesman sample and you've been out selling, showing it on trade shows maybe, you might have small comments before you want to place an actual order. There might be small things. Maybe you decided the label needs to be moved 2 centimeters up, or the print needs to be a slightly different color. It can be many different things. Then you would ask the factory for a pre-production sample. That is the third sample. They will do your changes and they will make sure that everything you want is now perfect. So they will do another sample that is very similar to the Salesman Sample, but just have those small corrections to make it perfect. That is the pre-production sample. Once you get the pre-production sample, you can place an order at the factory. So you will decide how many you want to order of each color, each size, each style. So you place an order at the factory. Once the pre-production sample is perfect, you would want to start the production. You want to place an order where you tell the factory how many you want per size, what colors you want maybe, what styles you want to go in production, and how many you want of each. So when they get your order, they will start doing a size set. It's actually the fourth sample. It's actually a sample set because it's a sample of each of the sizes you have in your product range. So imagine you have 4 sizes. Like that could be small, medium, large, extra large. This way, you will make sure that each size has a perfect fit. So maybe talk to your friends, make them try them on, measure them, make sure that you have a perfect fit for each size. That's what I would call the fourth sample, and that would be the size set, which is actually a couple of samples. Once you're fully satisfied with the size set and all the sizes are perfect, they will start your production. They will start manufacturing all your products. And most clients don't ask for any more samples, but what you could do is you could ask for a shipment sample. That is the 5th sample. It's the last sample that you will see before your production arrives. So it's actually a sample that they will send you from the actual production, so you make sure that they don't ship you any products before you know that they are 100% correct. It's not all clients that do that because they would think that the factory knows exactly what to do at this stage, and they probably do. So you can save a bit of money in shipping and everything if you don't ask for that sample, but you could ask for it. It's the 5th sample, the shipment sample. It's the one that makes sure that the products that they are shipping are 100% like you want them. It's just like a final check. So those were the 5 kind of samples that you need to know about to start and run a smooth production. That's it for this video. It's everything you need to know about the 5 different kinds of samples. So until next time, take care.